Hi, Mol.
Hi.
Have you stopped fidgeting?
I've fidgeted, yeah, it's done. It's done.
Right, so we read, was it 18 chapters this time round? So we messed up last week.
We did, yeah.
We said that we were doing 17, 17, 17, 18. But it's actually 17, 18, 18.
No, we said 18, 18, 18, and it was actually 17.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Never mind. Here we are. Right. So, how do you feel about the next 17, 18, however many we read?
However many. I loved it.
So
All
did
of them.
I.
I loved it.
So did I. So, to begin with, was like chapter 18, and my notes for that was, I still hate Don more now, if anything, because that was where he cheated on Evelyn, which makes no sense.
Yeah, I know, because, like, to be fair, the first time I read it, obviously I've read it for the second time, the first time I read it, I was like, what are you doing, Don?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Right, we had to pause there and we forgot what we were saying.
Oh, about Don.
Right, Don.
Cheating on Evelyn. No, the first time I read it, I was like, what is he playing at, like, cheating on Evelyn? Like, I know that obviously they don't have the best relationship, but...
No, but in it, she clearly had a love for him.
Yeah.
And he seemed to have his own sort of messed up love for her.
It was very weird.
Yeah, it wasn't a healthy relationship, but
no.
By any means, but I hated him even more by that point.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like where we've read up to, I started feeling really good because his life was going down.
Yeah.
Hers was going up, and I was like, yes, this is it.
Yeah. No, I was never a fan. Like at first I thought he was alright, and then he just fizzled out, didn't he?
Yeah. And then obviously we got the Celia bombshell. That she likes the ladies.
She loves the ladies.
And then Evelyn liked Celia, and I was like, yes.
I was waiting for it though, because I obviously knew it was happening, and I couldn't say anything on the last episode.
I knew you wanted to tell me something last week, because you kept biting your lip, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
No, I kept trying to, like, not trip myself up, because, like, it's very unexpected, I think, when you're reading it, and I was like, no way.
Yeah, because, like, you said to me, well, did you see it coming? I was like, no.
Yeah. The first time I read it, I didn't. Sorry, I'm just speaking of you there.
No, that's ADHD. I always shout over you.
Yeah, but it was quite... Yeah, I remember the first time I read it, it was quite a shock. But this time I knew it was coming. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but it wasn't even just, like, an affair, like, proper love.
Yeah. I think that's the first time you see Evelyn where she's, like, proper loves someone, I think.
Yeah. And I feel like with Celia, Evelyn almost took, like, the traditional kind of man's role. I know it's not like the right thing to say, but like she kind of looked after her.
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
like Celia was younger,
a
bit more impressionable, and Evelyn was more like, I don't know. Evelyn felt a bit more grown up.
Yeah,
in the
I get what you mean. Yeah,
she
was a bit more like experienced, wasn't she, in life in general?
Yeah,
like especially in their, can't think of the word.
I don't know.
Jobs.
You're making faces at me like I'm meant to know.
Industry, that's what I was meant to say.
Yes, industry,
like, she's more experienced, isn't she?
Yeah. So, I think... Well, what was your most memorable bit of these few chapters then? Or have you not got one?
Have you got one?
Yes.
You say yours first and I'll try and think.
So mine knocked me a bit sick.
Oh, did it?
It was the scene with Mick River, however you say his name, where she gets him to Vegas to get married, and she's like, I had to, go through with it, laid stiff as a board, like, horrible. I hated that chapter.
Yeah, it's horrible, wasn't it? It was a hard read, that chapter, I think.
Yeah.
But I think, obviously, the most memorable for me after that was when she got home with Celia, and then Celia was like, I didn't realise it was going to go that far. Yeah. She slept with him, and then... Obviously,
What did you think to that? Because I was like, Celia, seriously?
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen on the wedding night? Like,
I think, like, she was a bit naive.
Yeah.
Celia, in that way. But I could sort of see where she was coming from with it, because she didn't want to live like that.
Yeah.
But, again, it's just what Evelyn was doing.
She had to do it, though, didn't she? Well, she didn't have to, but in her head, she had to do it in order to have life with Celia.
Yeah. And I think Celia was very unappreciative of that.
I agree. Like, stormed out and didn't speak to her for like 4 years. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, because she got pregnant, didn't she?
Yeah.
And I was like...
And then terminated it, and she put a lot on the line for Celia, and I was like, Celia, come on.
I know, because what Evelyn must have had to go through, though, with doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a lot worse for Evelyn than Celia, without a doubt.
Definitely.
Oh, my word. I feel like we should do a little bit of Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Yeah, go on then.
So, do you know yours yet? Because you turned up at my house and said you didn't know them.
Yeah, I wrote them down.
Okay, go on then. What's your Kiss, Marry, Kill?
My Kiss, Marry, Kill was kill Mick Reaver.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like him. Single bit. Because he was doing me edging because he was bigging Evelyn up. Yeah. And then he just married her to have sex with her.
Yeah. Like, and then was dead excited to leave her.
Yeah.
Closer. And he just talk up.
I'm not a very loud person, so it's...
No, you're not.
Harry, I would marry because him and Evelyn, I'm just like, I just love it.
The
only thing that really did my head in with Harry is when he knew that Don was cheating on Evelyn and he never said anything.
Yeah.
I was like, no way.
And he was like, well, I thought you didn't mind.
Like, no, she didn't know.
Yeah.
Like if that was me and you, I'd be like, this is what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Book up.
Yeah, so that sort of tainted Harry a little bit for me there. I feel like if they were such good friends, he would have told her, or at least
mentioned it.
Yeah, do you know what's happening, sort of thing. But yes, that was a bit shit.
Yeah.
But, and I'd kiss Rex because I feel like Rex was just the kissing.
Yeah, very handsome man.
Yeah.
See, we've gone different this week.
Oh wait, what have you got?
Kill Mick, the rotten, horrid man.
Yeah.
Marry Rex.
Yeah.
So at first, I think I made a note of it where I was like, Rex, kiss, ? Oh, I love Rex, the male version of Evelyn, and I put kiss, ? And then, obviously, Rex turned out to be quite an honourable man after all. You know, it was agreed with him and Evelyn this was just a showboat marriage. Yeah. There was no, real love there. There was only a friendship love. And he was going to carry on having affairs. She was going to carry on having affairs, and that's what they did. And they lived these separate lives for 2 years. Yeah. And then he fell in love, and he went to her and was like, look, I'm in love, she's pregnant, I want to do the right thing, I want to marry this woman. Yeah. And the love between them two as friends, that she didn't want him to get into trouble for cheating on her, in the press. So she said, oh, I'll get caught cheating on you. Yeah.
That was nice of her though, that wasn't it?
I just love Rex.
Yeah.
And he's, he sounds quite nice.
It does.
Sounds quite delicious. So
no, I remember where I read the bit though where he sort of tried it on with Evelyn, and she was a bit like, should I, shouldn't I?
Did you make notes on that bit or not?
I don't know, I probably did.
I did. I put well done Evelyn for it's chapter 32 if you've written it in chapters.
I actually have wrote chapters this week.
Well done.
Go me.
I put well done Evelyn for saying no to sleeping with Rex. I can't say I would have said the same. Also, she's making the big bucks, baby, because that was when she found out that was it Paramount wanted her. Yeah. For her price, name your price.
Like a big fuck you to Don, isn't it? Bitch. Yeah. No, I put about the free film deal. I was chuffed that they actually got it though. I was like, get in there. Yeah. And I put obviously Evelyn getting a bit flirty with Rex, but Rex is obviously a gentleman when he was told no. Yeah. Which, when I first read it, I was thinking, is he gonna
where's this gonna go?
Yeah. Is he gonna push her or
But then it was really sad when she was talking to Harry, and Harry basically was clear he didn't like Rex. Yeah. And then Evelyn was like, at the end of the day, he said no. I said no, and he walked away. Yeah. I can't say many men would have. Yeah, yeah. And it was it's a horrible thought, that, isn't it? That she didn't, she couldn't have that faith that men wouldn't. Yeah. It's with Mick, she had sex with him the second time just because she didn't know if she said no again, if he would just do it anyway. Yeah. So it's been a sad few chapters.
Yeah, that one was not the best read. That one.
It went on such a high. Yeah. Her and Celia, this lovely relationship, having the time of their lives. A bit of a lull when the press sort of caught on because they were seen holding hands, and obviously that was a bit nerve wracking. And then we really went downhill when she had to do that with Mick to get the press on board that she was straight. And then a little bit of a high again, and then I kind of feel it's leveled out where we're her, and obviously she doesn't want to be married to Rex. No. And I really like the idea of her and Harry being married. Yeah. But I know that it's cute. 7 husbands, and we're only so far in one. So
you would love them to be endgame sort of thing.
Yeah. But then again, she deserves someone who loves her in that way. Yeah. That's why I put kiss Harry. Yeah. because that kiss in the car sounded quite good.
I know, it was a bit steamy.
I was like, hello. So that sounded good.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could be married to a gay man. No, when he's never looking at me like...
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. But it's now, though, that Harry's with
Well,
Celia's...
we're getting on to like...
Yeah.
So Harry at the minute has been having an affair with Celia's husband.
Yes, it's not like it's a marriage for convenience, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like love for them either.
And obviously that's made Evelyn's day, because she knows now that Celia's not in love.
It's John Braverman, that's the one. I wrote it down. Look at me.
So, well done you. So, have you got like a favourite quote from these few chapters or not? Because obviously I have. And I loved it. Like,
is it the one you shared on the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't write it down, but I wrote the page number. So
okay, should I read this quote while you find it?
Yeah.
So on the Insta, I posted it. This is my favourite quote from the whole book, and now I'm going to really struggle to read it because I'm having to read it like out loud. But it's, Harry, I'm cynical and I'm bossy, and most people would consider me vaguely immoral. You're strong and resilient and talented. You're exceptional inside and out. And that just my heart just filled up. I was like, oh, Harry.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
The best person ever.
He really is. Like, it's just lush. Especially when the fact that she got, like, cast out of Sunset Studios. And
he stuck with her.
Yeah.
He risked everything to have their friendship.
Yeah. And it, like, obviously means a lot to him in that way. He obviously does love her to bits.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that... I'm not saying I'm surprised, but a lot of people in that situation... a lot of people in that situation wouldn't have followed her.
No.
Like, because he had a high paid job on that, didn't he? Like, in the Sunset Studios.
He had a relatively good life, like, in terms of what you would see.
Yeah.
You'd be thinking, why would you walk away from all that?
Yeah.
But of course, she's his only friend who knows the truth.
Yeah.
She fully accepts him. And I love their relationship.
Yeah, me too.
The way they can just, like, he doesn't, like, bullshit her.
No. Yeah, tells it how it is, doesn't he? Yeah.
He's like, you know, I'm pretty sure that somewhere along the line he was like, yeah, you are a bit immoral.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
I love you for it, you know, and I'm like, oh.
He doesn't make her feel like shit about anything that she does.
Yeah, but he doesn't condescend her either.
Yeah.
He doesn't, like, pretend that she's not immoral, because she is. She's an immoral person.
She is.
And that's why I love her.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Have you found
I found my quote, yeah. It was this one, it was quite like, it just showed how much that she relies on Harry. It's like, you don't know how fast you've been running, how hard you've been working, how truly exhausted you are, until someone stands behind you and says, it's okay, you can fall down now, I'll catch you. So I fell down and Harry caught me. I was like, oh.
So both of our favourite quotes were about Harry.
Yeah, I loved it. Like,
we should put that one on the Insta as well. I'm loving this book.
Yeah,
it's so amazing.
I was like that bit proper. Like, I was quite like teared up at that point. I was like, oh, the emotion of it. I was just like, I just love him so much.
This week, though, we haven't had any listeners email their Kiss, Marry, Kills.
I know.
Like, we've had people say they're loving it.
Yeah.
And they're, like, we've had so many bits of nice feedback.
Yeah.
We've been in the Apple Podcast
We have been in the Apple Podcast charts.
Oh, look at us. Our growth on Instagram's, like, shot up. Mm-hmm. Like, everything's going really well, but we really want to hear the Kiss, Marry, Kills.
Yeah, we do.
Every week, like, we want them. Because...
I love, like, getting emails off people, though. Like, I actually love it.
Or Insta messages. It doesn't have to be an email. Some people don't like to email. Because I never know how to start an email.
Dear sir or madam.
Yours sincerely. That's not us, is it?
No, it's really not. Inta's so much easier, though, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's, like, less formal.
Oh.
I'll put here, like, Harry was her family. Like, definitely just the family.
Mm-hmm. I made a note about chapter 33. Rex, Harry, Evelyn, a family of friends. I love that. Rex to marry and to be a dad. Maybe not so closed off to love after all. And then in capital letters I've put, very happy Don is suffering.
Like, we hate Don.
I hate that man.
Yeah, but like the bit where Ruby she was on the phone to Evelyn, wasn't she?
Yeah, and
Ruby
she was like, well, you could have warned me.
Yeah.
But, right, I do get that.
Yeah.
And I guess in Evelyn's head she didn't think that he would do that again.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like, you were meant to be Evelyn's friend, Ruby. Like,
you married him.
I sound like such a horrible person saying that. I'm not saying she deserved it, because she didn't.
Yeah.
She's a character in a book and I feel like I'm going to get cancelled. Like, but at the same time I was like, Evelyn was your friend.
Yeah.
They were married.
Yeah.
Like,
But I don't even think it crossed Evelyn's mind, though, to, like, warn her.
No.
Like, I don't think, like...
she was shocked. She was like, about the cheating, come on.
Yeah.
And then when she said it, didn't she say, like, it was like a heart drop? Like, it was like this moment of, oh, God, clarity.
Yeah.
He's doing it again.
Because she said, like, oh, if I'd told somebody, it maybe would have saved Ruby.
Yeah.
But, like, at that point, she thought, then, maybe I should have. But...
Is Ruby going to the newspapers about it? No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So... 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So,
what would you give the star rating so far?
As in the first chapters we've done and these ones? Like, so far in the book, like, this section?
Yeah. Because I think this is quite a good section, yeah. Yeah.
Because I was hooked. Yeah. I really, like, I struggled to put it down with the first chapters we did. But I have... Oh,
it's so good, these ones,
to the point where I had to leave it until just the other night to finish these chapters because I knew I would read on.
Yeah.
And I thought, I can't, because the thing is, like, everyone might think I've actually read it. I haven't got a clue what's going on. And I would struggle to be authentic with that if I did know what was going on.
Yeah.
So,
that's what I'm trying to, like, cast my mind back to when first read it, like how I felt then, because like I think I read it in about 2 days.
Well, some of the feedback we got was basically saying they didn't think that we should do books that we've both read.
Yeah.
Because with the ADHD, we will definitely be terrible for like going ahead of ourselves. Yeah. I think we'd have to do them in one episode.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But the emails about like the messages about the fact, the authenticity of me being like, Molly, what's happening? Like, and you like trying to hold back to what's happening. I think that's what people are quite enjoying. Yeah. Because you're getting a good look at the book from both ends in a way. Because even though you're being quiet about it, you can tell like, by how you're talking.
To talk about the ending.
I know, but you keep going on about it and then...
I'm going to build it up in your head and you're going to be like, this is going to be the best ending ever. And you'll read it and you'll be like, what? Like, that wasn't as good as Molly said.
No, I doubt it.
It has been so good though.
So you've come up with another game that you found.
Yeah, it's the Fancast, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Like, so
I don't know what you're doing Vogue there for. Like they can't see you all. She's doing a little dance to me.
Like the picky Fancast sort of thing of who you would cast.
So if it was our film, we're making a film of it.
Yeah.
And who we're going to cast as the characters. So we've picked 4 characters. Couldn't count then.
Yeah, because I picked like 2 and Brenna was like, no, we'll do these as well. And I'm like, come on, I haven't thought about this.
And then Molly was like Googling actors and actresses.
Yeah, because like in my head, Celia, right, she had brown hair and Brenna was convincing me that she had red hair. I was like, no, she doesn't. But then we Googled and went back in the book and she in fact has red hair. So Brenna was chuffed.
Because I soak in characters. If I can't picture a character, it's no use to me reading the book. I really have to see them.
Yeah. And I struggle with that. Like, I can't see faces in my head. So I get a picture of, like, what somebody's like, but the face just isn't there.
Wow.
I know. Honestly, it's
that sounds
hard.
Terrifying.
Yeah. It's like one of those Slenderman.
Oh, God. It's like someone off Doctor Who, that. Yeah.
No, I've never been able to, like, picture faces and that. Like, when I'm reading. So, like, all my characters just have no face.
Yeah, but we're talking about a hair.
I know. But to be fair, I must have skimmed over that fact.
Oh my word. Yeah, so she's a redhead.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like girl next door redhead vibes. Okay, so who would you cast for Evelyn?
Evelyn, I've got Marilyn Monroe.
That was my first answer.
Yeah,
as well.
She's just the absolute vibe, isn't she? Mm-hmm. Like, straight away.
So when we were talking about it, we said we're not going to tell each other who we picked.
Yeah.
And then Molly went to me, have you got Marilyn Monroe? And I went, yeah. And she was like, no, you can't have her. I was like, no, you can't have her.
She's mine.
So I did go for Marilyn Monroe, but instead I've gone for people who are alive and well. Mm-hmm. And I've picked Lily James. Do you know who that is?
I do not. You're going to have to show me a picture.
So did you watch the dramatisation about Pamela Anderson on Netflix or not?
No. We should have think this before because I'm not shit at names.
Have you seen Mamma Mia? Here we go again.
Yeah,
the one who plays what's her fizzog, the mum.
Oh yeah, I can see that actually. Yeah, Yeah, I can see that.
Everyone's listening to this going, no, I'll just Google it.
Yeah, just Google it.
Yeah, not her.
Yeah, I do get that vibes, actually.
And I think it's because of her role in the one about Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
That I can see this. Because, as I say, like, Evelyn gave me Pamela Anderson vibes.
Yeah, she does a bit though, doesn't she?
Yeah.
It's like a mix of Marilyn Monroe with her, isn't it?
So who have you picked for Monique?
Monique, I've picked Leanne, I think her name's Pinnock, off, Little Mix.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's giving me her vibes.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yeah. I think she's a little bit more darker skinned than Monique is in the book, but she does give me them vibes.
Yeah.
So,
I've gone for Zendaya.
Who's that?
You don't know who Zendaya is?
Oh, yeah, with Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't remember his last name. Yeah.
Neither can I now.
Oh, Holland.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can see that.
Here's the ADHD coming out, everybody. Yeah. Zendaya.
Yeah,
she fits it perfectly in my head. Like, that's who I've pictured throughout.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Zendaya.
Who have you picked? She's even got the hair in that.
Yeah.
Because, I'm changing.
No, you're not allowed it. I wasn't allowed Marilyn. Celia.
I've got Sophie Turner, Game of Thrones. Yeah.
I've gone for a Game of Thrones actress.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the red hair, and I thought she just, like, fits the vibe, like, tall, like, just
good
sassy.
shout.
Yeah.
So I went for Rose Leslie. She played the one... Oh, God.
Like, I need pictures. This brain doesn't work with names.
She played one of the ones from the north, and he fell in love with her. And
Jon Snow's, like, girlfriend.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I quite liked her as well in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and they're like together now, aren't they, with kiddies?
What, they actually together in real life? Are they?
Yeah.
Well, that's just even more cute.
I know, I love it. So I got her. Her kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, oh my god, shut up, you two. Right, Rex. This is the one.
You go first.
I picked Josh Dillon.
Oh no, I didn't pick him. I don't even know who that is. Didn't pick him. Don't know.
He's also off Mamma Mia. Here we go again. And he played Bill, young Bill.
What's his name?
Josh Dillon.
Right there. I'm just Googling.
She's Googling.
Because, like, I don't know if it's the ADHD brain, but I need a visual.
I know what you mean.
What, him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't he delightful?
Oh, yeah, he is, actually. He's got the blue eyes as well. I picked Ben Hardy.
Right, go on. Yeah, Google. What's he on?
He was... You'll know his face.
Speak up, Mol.
You'll know his face.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, what's he been on?
Yeah, he's been on, like, the one I've seen him on is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's giving me, like, sort of... Like, look at him in his suit and that.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys can't see this, but... Like, does he not just give you a little bit of Rex vibes?
He does. He does.
Like, the hair and everything.
He really does. Yeah, I think we've picked really well.
We have, yeah.
This is going to be a great film that we produce.
I know. Sign us up.
So, we want to hear about your Kiss, Marry, Kills and your Fancasts.
Yes.
That's what we want. Emailed over to us, adhd.rbc@gmail.com, or via Instagram message at ADHD_Readers Book Club. That was my mind absolutely whirring there because Molly was staring at me right in the face while I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, please send those to us. And also, just a quick one, if you are enjoying the podcast, please could you rate or review it on whatever you're listening to it on. And what are you saying?
I was just looking at how long it's been.
And could you follow the podcast or subscribe, depending on what you're on, like ring the bell, do the diddlies.
Yeah, I listen on Spotify.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on Spotify, I'm just saying.
Okie dokie.
Just a bit off topic there.
Right. Any other notes about, because this was like a hell of a few chapters.
I know it was.
I feel like we've been on a roller coaster with Evelyn on these few chapters.
It's been up and down, hasn't it?
I tell you what, the smooth transitions through time has been insane.
Hasn't it just?
So I kind of forgot about Monique.
Yeah.
I forgot about the whole book thing. And I was just like, I was in the 50s and 60s with Evelyn. I was just loving life.
Isn't it fantastic?
I was just rolling the roll. What?
Rolling the roll.
Well, I don't know. I was just there.
But like Taylor Jenkins Reid, his writing is fantastic, isn't it? Like,
and the newspaper clippings.
Yeah.
I love them. They just break up the chapters a bit, and you get like a bit more of a vibe about how Evelyn was scene rather than... Oh, that's you get, like... Molly, help me out.
Welcome to the podcast.
You get, like, a vibe about how she was portrayed at the time.
Yeah.
I say it like she was a real woman. Like, this is a character, but I'm so invested.
Yeah. She just feels so real, though. But obviously, Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing does that, though. Like, I've never read a book like it. Like, I just love it. Because then, it's funny, though, because you're, like, involved in the 50s and 60s, and then you, like, snap back to a new chapter, and like, oh, shit, I'm in the present.
Yeah. And she'd be like... I stared at Evelyn, like, completely amazed by this revelation. I'm like, oh, they're in an office.
Yeah. Oh, but I love that chapter with where, like, Monique put her big girl boots on.
Yes.
And she was like, no, Evelyn, this is how it's got to go.
I'm sure I made a note about that. Or chapters 22 and 23.
Yeah.
And I put, yes, Monique, that's more like it, love.
She like Evelyn Hugo, didn't she?
Yeah.
Like,
and her boss.
Yeah.
She was straight up with her boss.
Yeah, she was, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that bit.
Oh my word.
Because she actually got her to do the photo shoot for Vivant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I was like, no way she's going to do that.
No, she convinced her.
Yeah. Because... But doesn't it make the whole, like, connection with Monique?
Yes!
Like, you're like, why does she need her so much?
Exactly, because I'm thinking, a woman like Evelyn Hugo and a woman like Monique, what does Evelyn want with her?
Yeah.
Why is she willing to, like... bow down to her so much?
Yeah, like why is she willing to give her
stuff
millions?
Yeah,
like,
not just that, stuff that
deal?
wasn't on the table, like the photo, like everything that Evelyn was like, I will never do that. She's giving it to Monique.
Yeah, because Monique was like, I'm gonna walk. So I can't wait for you to find out.
Oh my god!
But I don't know if it's this next week where you find out the connection or
so
not.
Is it not at the end?
I can't remember. Like, my brain, like...
This is so good, ADHD with books, innit?
I think it's the ADHD, like, mixes it all up in my head, so I can't, like, differentiate where it happened at. It's hard.
So, like, in my notes, because I knew that would happen, I've literally, as you can see, had to leave, like, a page gap. Yeah. Because I just knew I would not be able to know where I was.
Yeah. It's hard, isn't it? And then I got so carried away with the reading that I forgot to take notes, and I had to reread, and I was like, for God's sake.
I was just taking them at the end of every chapter.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to just say a random chapter, and I'm going to ask for your notes.
Okay, go on then.
Chapter 26, if you've written any for it.
Celia and Evelyn hopes, not something like that.
She's trying to read her own writing.
I know, because I scribble.
She's trying to read her own writing here, folks.
Oh, it was chapter 26 was the one where we're seeing McReeva in the cinema, I want to say. Is it not? Was it?
It was where they were caught holding hands. Yeah. That's why I wanted
that
one.
Yeah, they were caught holding hands, and then people were whispering, weren't they? And I think that's why all of it started with the idea of getting Mick involved with Evelyn. Because she seen
they knew
the
they
reaction.
had to do something.
Yeah.
So I put for that one, this bothered me. It is incredibly sad that people cannot just live and let live. In the past, it must have been terrifying to feel aroused by the same sex.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even imagine how scary that must have been.
Yeah. Because Evelyn put, didn't she? Like, she said that she feels between her and... This was a bit earlier on. She said, like, she feels between her and Celia that they have quirks, but she wouldn't, like, class herself as a homosexual.
Yeah. And then
I was
later
thinking,
on...
obviously, though... Like, you've got feelings for Celia, but I think it's because in the times where they were, she didn't want to fully admit to herself.
Also, though, in the times, was bi understood?
Yeah.
Was it not just you're either gay or you're not kind of thing?
Yeah.
They also, when they were splitting up, I think, like, it was, like, one of the final things she said was when Evelyn said to Celia, we're not the same, though, because I could happily fall in love with a man and I don't think you could.
Yeah.
And that, like, broke my heart because I thought, oh, Evelyn, hold your tongue, love.
Yeah. I know, because I wrote down, hang on, I don't know when it is, because I was quite shocked the way Celia spoke to Evelyn.
In that fight?
Yeah.
When they split up.
And I was like, what? Hang on, let me see if I can... Oh, I put it here. You are a whore, Evelyn. You let men screw you for fame, and that's why I'm leaving you. I was like, what?
Yeah, that knocked me a bit sick.
Yeah. I was thinking, Celia, she's done all this for you.
But...
Like,
When you and your partner argue,
yeah,
can you not get quite nasty?
I mean, I'm a little bit nasty, but I'm a crier.
Person.
I'm like, just leave me alone.
No, I can be a right horrible pal.
Like with John though, I'm like, I'd rather walk away angry, but like I have like an anger outburst, and I'm like this blah blah blah, and then I'll walk away because I cry. But John, when I cry, he smiles, and I'm like, what are you doing?
I'd punch him.
Yeah. But to be fair, me and John don't really argue a lot. Like, we just have little, like, wind-up tiffs, and I'm like, you done being moody now?
Me and Stu kind of... This is so going off topic.
We are going off topic, but welcome to the ADHD brain, people.
Yeah. Me and Stu, when we argue, like, it's not often, but when we do, it's a real argument. And then it only lasts, like, it never goes on into the next day.
Yeah.
It's always, like, one of us apologises and then the other does, because it's not worth it.
See, me and John don't apologise. I'll be like, you out your mood, yeah? Or he'll be like, are you done, yeah? And I'm like, yeah. Are you done? Yeah. And then we'll be fine. Oh my God. I know.
Who would you say that you're more like then, Celia or Evelyn?
Oh.
For how that argument played out? Like, are you the one who would throw the glass in the pool and storm out? Or are you the one who would not quite believe it's happening?
Probably, Evelyn. Like, I'd probably
I'm more
be like
Celia.
Let's not fight then.
No, let's not, Jesus.
No, I think, I'm more Evelyn. Like, in arguments and that, I can sort of lose my rag, but I'm sort of more, like, I think about what I'm going to say a little bit more.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the time I don't think. It all comes out when I'm having an argument. I mean, you've seen me in a mood. I'm just, like, straight up.
When were you in a mood?
When I was hungover.
If that's your mood, yeah, I'm fine. Jesus. That's me on the daily, you know?
When I stupidly agreed to join you at soft play, hungover, and I just fell onto the sofa into your lap, like crying. Like,
honestly, I was like, rather you than me like this. I would not come to a soft play hungover. No chance. I'd have rang you and been like, Brent, I'm cancelling.
Awful. The things we do for our kids.
I know.
Chapter 25. Give me a note on that one if you've written any. Just because I've written something quite, like, funny and it's just come back to me. It's not going to be funny to anyone else. Don't get your hopes up.
Oh, is this the topless set?
Yeah. The director, the French director.
Yeah, I love this because, like, even though she was doing it to try and get her fame back, like, obviously starring in topless in a film, she still made it, like, her own way, like Evelyn's way.
She was still the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was still, like, clawing back her fame through that, but... like
holding her own.
Yeah, the bit where she cut off her boobs just before you're seeing like a full boobs, like amazing.
Yeah,
like she knows how to play like people, don't you?
Yeah,
she said like everyone wanted to be teased.
Yeah, and it was when because she said, I now understand wanting to tear a woman's top off.
Yeah,
is better than tearing a woman's top off. Yeah, like it's the build up, isn't it? Yeah. I fully agree. Do you know what I've written for that chapter?
What?
Was it ADHD that made me read this chapter with a French accent in my head? I love the newspaper clippings.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because he was a French director, in my head I was like, bonjour.
Oh, that's probably got me that.
But do you actually hear your voice in your head?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I heard my voice, but with French in my head. And it made me read the chapter amazing. Like 3 times because I couldn't take it in because I was so amused by what my head was doing.
Oh my God, I feel like you need to read a little section for us in your French accent. Oh my God.
I think the one in my head is better than the one that comes out my mouth.
Oh, that's proper memory.
The entire chapter was like, oh.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right, please get in touch if you've read that chapter with a French accent, because I'm really hoping I'm not crazy. I was hoping Molly was going to be like, yeah, me too, of course I did, that's normal.
To be fair, I fell asleep in French at school. I didn't really do French.
Yeah, I wasn't reading the language, I was just doing the...
No, I read in like... When I read, it's my own internal voice, but like just normally. But you know some people can't do that? When they read, they don't have... Like, some people don't have a voice.
Do they not?
No. Like, some people can't see anything or hear anything when they read. Oh yeah. Like, so how you meant to...
Mine's my voice.
Yeah.
It's not like a man going... Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's my voice, but in my head, when I'm reading, my voice is reading to me in my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
So every word I read, my voice in my head will, like, read it to me.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Oh, get in touch and tell us if that's you. Because I wonder if that's ADHD.
Yeah, maybe it is. But imagine not being able to hear your own voice in your head and not see any pictures when you're reading. Like, what would be the point?
You know, if someone upsets you, do you then, like, go in the shower and have a whole conversation in your head, but play it back, but tell you, like, say the things you wish you'd said? Yeah. I do that.
Like, mini arguments and that.
But I'll, like, have a full fight in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you absolute bitch, I should have said this.
The little French man going,
That's proper tickled me, that. Oh, God.
Right, okay. Do you want to tell me a chapter and I'll tell you mine?
Go on then. Hang on. I'm going to have a flick through mine.
This is great for audio, by the way.
There you go.
This is amazing for a podcast that people can't see.
I know. We're just flicking. But I can't talk and read at the same time.
Well, that's why I'm telling you to just... You can't talk and read. Just tell me a chapter. Yeah, but you don't need to talk and read.
But what if it's a chapter that's nothing, like, we've already covered or something?
Well, then I'll tell you. I'll say pick another, you fool.
See, I don't want this pressure. This is too much pressure. Chapter 19.
Chapter 19?
Yeah.
Okay. Evelyn, bisexual, love her even more now. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Did her and Celia have a physical relationship then? So obviously I was a bit naive then. Like, before getting into it, didn't know what was coming.
Because there was, like, sparks between them anyways, wasn't there? Like...
Yeah. But I think the thing that made me love Evelyn more about that was the fact that she didn't, like, massively question the time they were in. It was just, actually, I do think about her. Yeah. Actually, I like
can't stop thinking about it. Like, cause she said, I didn't like to think with Celia with other women and that. Yeah. That was like, she loves her.
That was the moment she started to realise, because when she... Thinking of Celia with a man seemed fine to her. Yeah. Thinking of Celia with a woman sparked this jealousy, and she was like, whoa, where's
this come from? Yeah. Sort of thing, yeah.
Considering her husband was upstairs cheating on her. Yeah. And she wasn't bothered about that. Care. Yeah. No.
I think she kind of cared more for what he was going to do for her image.
Yeah, like, she cared more about the fact it was embarrassing.
Yeah, but then Don had the absolute cheek to divorce her.
I know.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Like, for her to have the house and the money, she had to, like, sign a thing to say she would never speak about it.
They, like, blackballed her, didn't they? Mm-hmm. They were trying to, like, cut her out from everywhere.
Oh, she lost everything, yeah. Like,
I felt dead sorry for her in that part, like...
So did I. But my stomach sank when, like... Harry was saying about... I'm sorry, I'm distracted. When Harry was saying about the fact that everyone knew.
Yeah.
My stomach sank because obviously to Evelyn an image is so high up on her priority list. And like the fact that people... It feels like they're laughing at you behind your back, doesn't it? It's like, how could her best mate have known that and not said anything?
I hated that bit. Like,
I did. But I hated the same with McRaven more.
Yeah.
The last bit.
Yeah, that was the worst. Yeah. I know, because she tried to look as unattractive as she could as well, couldn't she? So, like, she definitely secured the divorce annulment, I mean.
Yeah, but I think she would have managed it. I think her issue was she would have managed it anyway, because didn't she say he likes to break hearts? Yeah. That was the thing she realised about him. Yeah. He was getting his end of the deal by leaving her. Yeah. But then, when she was like, so I'll give him it, and then, like, threw the telephone at him, like, I'll give him what he wants because he's giving me what I wanted. Yeah. Like,
but, like, you think she went through all that for Celia, and then... Like, that argument, like, when Evelyn had said, like, Celia, you're basically stupid if you think I'm going to give up everything I've worked for, which I understand as well, because what she's had to do to get to the point where she is. Yeah. Like, she's not going to give that up, is she? No. But she could have had, like, both. Like, she could have had Celia and that if Celia actually
if Celia had said, right, fair play, but you're not having this baby. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Like, I'd have... Although it's not really serious place to say that, do you know what I mean? But I'd have got it. I'd have been like, you know, sweep it under the rug. Yeah. Of course she had to sleep with him. Yeah. That was the point of the marriage. Yeah. Because she could have just been out there canoodling with him and never took him back to the thing and never got married and never gone to that hotel room. Yeah. But in Evelyn's head, she knew it wasn't going to be enough. No. And she risked so much by sleeping with him without protection. I know. Sleeping with a man she didn't want to sleep with. I know. It was awful.
It proper puts me on edge.
So, I feel like we've covered everything.
I think so, yeah. It's been very up and down chapters, hasn't it? Like,
yes. I feel like emotionally, it's like emotional turmoil.
I know. It has, like...
I was just like giggling there because Molly won't wear the earphones to hear the noises. So I heard that little snippet of music and I was dancing.
I just have to sit in silence.
Yeah, you can just enjoy my dancing.
Your dance moves.
So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode.
We've loved it, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like those chapters.
It has been like such a roller coaster though, over a few chapters.
Wait for the next ones.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm so excited. So,
if you are enjoying the podcast, please follow our Instagram at
ADHD_Readers Book Club.
Yeah. Send us an email with your Kiss, Marry, Kills, your Fancast.
Yeah, we absolutely love I love doing the Fancast.
I enjoyed that.
Like, I really liked it.
That one's adhd.rbc@gmail.com. Please rate or review the podcast, and please subscribe or follow the podcast and ring the little bell on Spotify.
We have got a giveaway going on at the moment on our Instagram as well.
Yes.
So you like and save the post, comment, and subscribe to the podcast.
Right, when you go to the giveaway, read the actual thing because we messed up slightly.
We really did.
We're so foolish, but never mind. Go to the giveaway. It's for a free book on us, little gift. And
it was a little thank you for our celebrating our first episode, wasn't it?
And then we hit 1K followers. It's been mental. It's been a mental few days. We're very excited.
Considering the Instagram's only been up a couple of months.
Yeah.
I am excited.
It's been amazing. So thank you all so much for listening, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Check out the Instagram for next week's Kiss, Marry, Kill characters. Because we haven't got them to hand because we're useless. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Anything else, Mo?
No, I think that's it.
Bye.
Bye.